What's up, guys? My name is Lucas Matthews. I am here today to talk to you about product targeting campaigns. So I've mentioned in other videos, but if you are not running your own separate product targeting campaigns, you're leaving money on the table, don't do that. I'm going to show you how to set these campaigns up. I'm going to save you some time, do it quick, but thorough as well. So it'll be a good video. Check it out, everyone. So these campaigns exist in the sponsored products ad type. So naming convention, here's what we always do. It goes brand dash product dash ad type. So this one is sponsored product, so SP, and then hyphen, I'm just going to go product targeted. Give it a portfolio. Gonna give it a fake one. This is a fake account for a fake product and a fake brand. It's all fake. So daily budget, it's up to you. With a new campaign like this, it has everything to do with your risk threshold, like what you're willing to accept. If your automatic campaign is doing well and you're happy with where the ACOS is landing, then feel free to open that up. But generally, I like to do max 20. Honestly, start at 10. Amazon does a pretty good job of letting you know when your budgets are out. They really like it when you spend money with them. So they'll let you know, and then you can raise that up if it's doing good. So I'm all about not wasting money. I feel like most of the recommendations on a lot of these PPC videos are pretty wasteful. So all about saving you money. That's my thing. So I like to keep this daily budget low at first. Campaign bidding strategy. So they want you to go up and down. Once again, back to the don't waste money point. So I go down only. The reason I say don't go up and down is because we're going to be dialing in our bids based off certain factors. And then if you let Amazon go 100% up, then you have to drop that down, however much. And at that point, you should just have your bid be whatever it is. I've found that the more you let Amazon sort of dictate these things, the higher your ACOS is. Don't spend that. Amazon's got to optimize for Amazon's own self-interest generally. So don't let them take your money. Fixed bids, it's I know a lot of people do go with fixed bids. I like to go down only. It's a little self-optimizing thing. Helps you save money. So I like to choose this one. I do this for pretty much all my campaigns, but if you want to go fixed bids, that's up to you. I pretty much never go up and down. There are some people that say start with the up and down and then go to down only, but there's a huge % chance that you're going to completely forget to do that and just end up spending too much money. With a lot of these things, there's advice around saying start in 2 months you'll switch this off, or you'll switch this ad group off and then do this, that, and the other thing. But I know we're all busy. You don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on this Amazon PPC. Get it right the first time. Make small optimizations that are quick, and do other things for your Amazon business. So ad group name, hold on. I'm not doing that. I'm still on automatic targeting. So manual targeting, that's important. So switch that. And then, so I'm going to use this brand, Ship Quick. It's a fake brand. We don't have any stock. Well, it's not fake. These are real products, but this is my dummy brand. It's an old one. So I'm going to use this clear packing tape. I'm going to add in both variations. When you go to select variations, I do it the same way. So I do it the same way that you do for keyword targeted campaigns, in which I'm a proponent of just adding in all your variations into one campaign. Once you, if there's really a lot of traffic that's saying 12 pack and 6 pack, then you could split it out. But I just like to keep them together. Usually it's the lower price point item that converts the best, but it's your ACOS figures might not shake out. That's an optimization for later. I just group them all together. I think it's fine. Except in this case, so we have a $12.99, we have a $22.99, we have a $2.99. I'm going to leave out this $2.99 because there's just our ACOS is going to be atrocious on this. So I'm going to leave that out. Our margins are probably going to be somewhat similar, and most people are not, the extra conversion rate of the $12.99 is probably going to outweigh the increased margin of the $2.99, but that's really not going to be the case with the $22.99, but that's really not going to be the case with this $2.99. So I'm going to leave this out. So not keyword targeted, but product targeted. And then what I like to do, since we're using two different packaging, it's kind of hard to make this calculation, but what we're going to do, it starts us with categories. So if you're confident about your product's ability to convert, feel free to do this categories. And by confident, I mean, like, how does your product stack up against other ones? If you've been running an automatic campaign, like, how is that doing? If you're above 100% on your automatic campaign, then that's a good sign to leave this out. Or if you find yourself regularly going like way up on your ACOS against like somewhat relevant competitors, then leave this out. We're going to go to refine. So brand. No, don't. You can select all the individual brands. Like you can go here and say like I want to target this, that, and the other thing. I don't really feel like you need to do that. And then generally here's the way I set this up. So ideally, what you want to do is you want to create 3 different buckets. You can create 4, but I'll show you why you should only create 3. So I'm going to make the assumption that it's, going off our $12.99 because that's probably going to be getting the most traffic. So I'm going to say price range maximum $12.99. And then, so this is everything below our price range, but they don't let you go in half-star increments. So pretty much the windows you're going to be doing is 0 to 4 stars and then 4 to 5 stars. If your product, so this is essentially saying, is it going to be above or below whatever stars your product has? And so I'm going to assume that the product you're advertising has 4 stars and up. If you have 3.5 stars, like be careful with advertising. That money would probably be better used generating reviews rather than doing ads because your conversion rate is going to be in the trash. You're just not going to make that much money. So save your money. Don't run ads on a 3.5 star product or below. So we're going to assume that this 4 stars, the mark that we're going to be working off of. So I'm going to say everything between 0 and 4 stars and price range below $12.99. So this is better price, worse reviews. So I'm going to target that. And then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to say better reviews, worse price, or relatively similar reviews and worse price. So that's one target. And then we're going to do the one that we're most confident about. It's worse reviews, worse price. So at this point, we could hypothetically target something that had a better price and better reviews, but that product's going to convert better than ours. You're pretty much going to waste money doing that. I've never seen that work. So I would not advocate for doing that. With this, we've got, it starts us off with 0.75 bids. You could either calculate this of, what's my average conversion rate on these Asin targeted campaigns, make some assumptions around that. But I'm going to say like, what's, 5% of, let's say a conversion rate of 5% on the ones that aren't really good. So the higher price, worse reviews, or the better reviews, lower price, or better. The ones that aren't worse reviews, worse price, these 2 other ones that I selected, you could do sort of like a calculation around that, but I'm going to say like 0.75, probably pretty good because our CPCs are going to be around 40 cents. And at a 5% conversion rate, that's, 40 times 20, that's like, what's that? It's like $8. That puts us at like a 60% ACOS, but honestly, that's probably about as pretty good, as we're gonna do. It's an acceptable number for like this early stage. So I'm gonna leave the 2 that are, not what we want at, or the 2 that are all right targets at 7.5, and then this one that, so it's higher price point, worse star ratings. I'm just gonna bump that up to 1, not 12. I'm definitely gonna do 1 instead of that. The reason why I just increased it this arbitrary amount, the ACOS figures are going to come in, and then it's going to let us know, where we need to set these bids. So in absence of us knowing exactly where to start it, I'm going to start it kind of conservatively and then make sure we're at down only, low budget. So we're saying like, we are not going to give ourselves the ability to screw this up. And then if these do really well, you're probably going to find that. Like I found that when I'm optimizing, I usually end up focusing on the areas where I'm getting sales. So like if you're looking at your PPC UI, you're probably going to look for the things that are doing well for you and then optimize those. That's been my experience, and I know a lot of people do it that way. So if you have this, if this campaign is kicking ass, like you're going to focus on that. You can exclude all your own brands. We have kind of a weird brand setup. Make sure that these are grayed out, but you can exclude all your own brands. It's not a terrible idea, so you can do that. So we'd launch. Oh yeah, make sure to rename this category as the ad group name. But if you're really gonna do it well, and I'm gonna advocate for this, it's do it in the same. So you would go like brand dash product dash SP dash product targeting dash category. And the reason why I wrote this all out is that sometimes when you're creating spreadsheets, you end up like drilling down by the ad group level, just because it's, if you're already like kind of filtering by the campaign level and you need to see what's going on, it's nice to have the entire ad group name all written out. So, plan for that. That's what I do. So we'd go ahead and launch this. I'm not going to launch it because this is a fake ad on a fake product for a fake brand, but you would go ahead and launch it. So that's one of the ad groups. So I'm going to show you how to create the other ones. It's a little bit easier. You have to think about it less. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this. Going to go back in here. So the campaign would be created. You just go create another ad group, potentially. So here's another point I want to bring up. I'm bringing a lot of tertiary points up in this video, but it's important to discuss. But with campaigns, like you either have the option of breaking out each of your strategies into your own campaign, or just grouping all of your strategies into one single campaign. So the example I used, we're putting all the ad groups in one campaign. So we have category, we have our branded, we have our top competitors, and then we have all of Amazon suggested stuff. So those are 4 different strategies that we're all going to put in the same campaign. The reason why you would do that is to make it easier to just view what's going on with all your campaigns. Like if you have a lot of campaigns going on, sometimes you don't want to break these out in such a tiny way, because then it can be hard to manage your UI. But you get better budget controls and a better at a glance. If you only have like 1 or 2 products that you're advertising, definitely split these out all into their own campaigns. You really don't have anything to lose, and you'll have better controls of your budget, and you just at a glance have a better idea of what's going on. But if you have tons and tons of campaigns, you don't want to add too many more, you can just add them in as ad groups to the central campaign, which is what I'm going to do. So this is suggesting we create a new campaign. I'm going to assume that we've already created the campaign. We're just doing another ad group. So this one would be brand, or actually I'm screwing up again. It would be brand dash product dash SP dash product targeted slash or dash brand. So the brand that I used at the beginning, that's whatever the brand is. I'm going to put that in quotes. And then product is whatever the product is. So if you were doing like Nike free runs, it would be Nike dash free runs dash SP dash product targeted. So we have that all dialed in. We're going to go to the product. We're going to select the tape that we are doing. This is not automatic targeting, it's manual targeting, down only. We're going to go to product targeting, and then you just go individual products, search. You're going to search your brand name, or you can just do the ASINs individually, whichever one works for you. So I type in the brand name here. It's going to pull up a bunch of stuff. I'm just going to target all of that. We have 17 results. I always advocate for advertising your own brand's products on your detail page. Makes it look good, keeps your sales within your own wheelhouse. Make sure that you don't hemorrhage those. Those placements get sales, and if you're not getting them, your opponents are getting them. You can usually get them at a pretty cheap rate too, and it makes your brand just look a little bit more cohesive. So I always bet on that. Usually it's pretty ACOS favorable, I found. Exclude brands if you want. So you would launch that ad group. That'd be the second one. The third one we're going to do is the suggested ad group. So that's going to be, like I said, brand dash product dash SP dash product targeted dash suggested. So we have our products. We've got product targeted, it's manual targeted, so it's individual products. Then there's this little suggested. All right, let's see if we can't. Will that do it for us? Yeah, so Amazon gives us these suggested targets. We're going to target them all. This 0.75 bid actually kind of works for the brand that we're doing, but you could just assume for suggested ASINs a 5% conversion rate, or if you have better data on that yourself, like collect your own data, use your own data. But in absence of that, just assume a 5% conversion rate. Assume that what your bid is going to be is probably going to be roughly like 60 to 70%. So we could say that's like 0.5. And then at a 0.5 CPC with a 5% conversion rate, that would be $10 of spend per sale. And so these usually the ACOS like gets pretty high. The ACOS has just been creeping up over like the last 5 years. So don't expect 20s unless your product really kicks ass. In which case, if it does, then bid however you want. But a $10 CPA on this 75-cent bid probably going to be pretty realistic for you. And then for this product, we're willing to pay that just to get exposure. It's telling me to put my daily budget in, but it would already be 10 because we're using the same campaign. You've got them all added, and then you just launch that ad group. The last one we're going to be talking about is what I would call the top competitors ad group. That essentially is the ASINs that we've identified, and then if you don't have that, you would use like a specific search phrase that you're really confident about. So like let's say we had eco-friendly tape. It's been made with glues that are better for the environment. So we'd go in here, type our thing after we like make sure we get the ad group name all dialed in. We'd change it from suggested to top competitors or whatever you want to name that. I like top competitors, makes sense. So we'd go to individual products. So like for this, in the eco-friendly tape example, I'll just type eco-friendly tape. We're going to get these options. I'm not sure why our Amazon portal is spazzing out, but that actually makes the editor's job easy that you can't see these. So we just go and target the ones that have like eco-friendly tape in the name. You're going to have to use a little discretion here. I like to make sure that these are around 10 because we would probably turn this default bid up to like 1 just because we're more confident that they're going to convert. The other thing you can do, I have this pulled up, customer search term. What you can do is you can say begins with B0. So that identifies all your ASINs. Then you'd go to the campaign name. It'd probably be like contains. You could either just search it in here. I'm doing this in Excel or whatever program you want to do. So let's just say I'm going to just choose any. This is all going to be grayed out. So this is going to assume that this is your own automatic campaign that you're using to source these ASINs. So what we're going to do is say sales is not 0. And then I say ACOS is less than 1.2. Remember that means 120% in percentages. So I'm just going to grab whatever the list of all the ASINs that are converting. I'm going to copy those. And then you can go to inner list. So I'm going to paste that. But here we have a problem. Oh, wait, no. Amazon fixed it. Never mind. Don't have a problem. They used to not accept things that weren't capitalized, but now they do. So you used to have to go in and do an Excel function, but now you don't have to do that. So that's nice. So then you have all these ones. Make sure that this is all grayed out. But now you have all these ASINs that you've identified as the ones that you're really confident about. You've set it at a high bid. You can do both the search term that really applies to your product and the ASINs that have already converted for like the super tight ad group with higher bids. Or you could just do the ASIN list that is in your automatic campaign. Totally depends. So you just go ahead and launch that. And then once that's all said and done, you're going to have 4 ad groups, each optimize the way that, or each set up in a way that is going to help you not waste money. You're going to be getting sales pretty quickly. You've identified all of your top competitors with bids commensurate on that. You're protecting your own brand. You're casting a wide net where it's necessary with lower bids. So you've taken care of it. You've done all the product targeting you need to for now. If you get to a point where you need to split out, like let's say your 6-pack and your 12-pack, you can make that judgment call if you see a lot of keywords coming in for 6-pack and 12-pack, in which case you can make your top competitors ad group 6-pack of tape, something to that effect. So it all depends on what you're seeing, and as you collect your own data, you'll have to make those decisions for yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to drop that in the comment section. I love talking about this stuff. I'd be willing to answer your Amazon PPC questions. And if you have a different strategy yourself that you use for product targeting campaigns, drop it in the comments. Like, I want to hear about what you guys are doing. I'm always updating my own strategies. Amazon changes really, really quickly, so we need to stay on top of the game. So yeah, drop your own strategies in the comments, and please feel free to let me know what you're doing to optimize your Amazon PPC campaign. So same as always, I'm going to recommend that you guys, if you haven't already, if you have, thank you. But if you haven't already, go ahead and click the like button and hit that subscribe button as well. I'm always throwing out these useful tips. I do it for free because I love you guys, and I want you to stop wasting money on Amazon PPC when you don't need to. Get sales, don't spend unnecessarily. And then drop down to our description. There's going to be a link for the Ultimate Amazon Playbook. This is our book, our little ebook on our strategies that we use in order to dial in our Amazon game, get those sales. We want you guys to do the same. So go download that. It's full of tons of excellent tips for you guys. It's going to be an excellent resource. So download that right away if you haven't already.